So Galaxy's Edge opened up back in May, I believe. I'm going to Galaxy's Edge in about a month and a half or so from now. Very excited to go. However, Bob Iger, the guy who runs that Disney company, that little company, that some people have known of. And he says that the outcome of Galaxy's Edge is not where he expected in a disappointing way. I mean, obviously Fox is disappointing to him so far, and obviously some of the movies have not done so well for him, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But Galaxy's Edge has not had the turnout that he thought it would. Now, I've also heard people say who have been to Galaxy's Edge that it's not as packed as they thought it was going to be. And you know what? I think I have the solution for this. Lower your prices. Because, look, Disneyland's tickets are just sky high. They're over $100 for one ticket. So let's say a family, which generally goes to Disneyland. I think it's very rare to find one person going by themselves to Disneyland. However, if I lived down the street, I'd go to Disneyland every day by myself. I would go in my underwear, to be honest. But a family usually goes. So we'll say a family of 3. We'll say, no, you know what? A family of 3. So tickets alone, that's probably brings you up to about almost $400. That's a lot of money. And then you got parking. So let's say $430. Let's say $430. Then go inside the park. Oh, you're hungry, little Bobby? Oh, let's go get some food. That's almost another $100 because food is expensive at Disneyland. People complain about the theaters having a lot of money, having a high prices for their snack bar, but they have a good reasoning because that's where they make the money off of. And yes, while Disneyland also makes their money off of their food, but they don't rely on it as much as movie theaters do. So that's another $100 because the food there, while it is, I do enjoy a lot of especially their holiday food that they have there, but their holiday food is, not their holiday, but their food in general is just crazy expensive. So then you got that. Oh, you want to go Star Wars Land? Let's go to Galaxy's Edge. Then they go there. And then somebody else brought up this point. At Galaxy's Edge, the only 2 things you can do that's for free is ride the only ride that they have until they open this other ride. I think it's like the Resistance ride or something. And take pictures. Those are the only 2 things that you can do that's for free at Galaxy's Edge. That's what somebody on this show that I watched said. And I obviously haven't been to Galaxy's Edge, so... So everything else you have to pay for. The lightsaber, the buildable lightsaber, which I hear doesn't work after 2 days. It was already broken after 2 days, and it costs $200 to make those things. And a droid costs $200 to build a droid. It's like, really? And plus the food there, and then the lines I've heard are long to get into the cantina. However, I hear Galaxy's Edge in general isn't as packed, but to get into that stuff, it gets sold out really quick. And I mean, just lower your prices. I'm telling you, it's gonna get to the point where I've said before, where Bob Iger is the only person going to Disneyland because he's the chief and he probably can get there for free, and he's gonna be the only person there riding Space Mountain. It's gonna get to that point. It's insane. Absolutely insane. I mean, only wealthy people are probably going to Disneyland right now because a Disneyland trip costs almost $1,000, especially if you're flying per person if you're flying in from somewhere. And then with the family, that gives you almost $5,000 if you're like a family of 4. That is insane. I mean, I'm telling you, they gotta lower their prices if they want to solve all these issues. I'm telling you, more. Either though it's bad for us going because it's gonna be more packed, but it's good for them because it's good business. I'm telling you, more people will go. More people will go if they lower down their prices, and also people are probably like, oh man, it's gonna get really packed. Maybe I'll wait till later. So that's probably another thing, but it's a shame. It's truly a shame, and I also heard they don't have they don't have any original trilogy stuff there, which kind of stinks, except for like the cantina. But that's probably another thing that they should add. And I heard a lot of the promises that they promised us 2 years ago, 3 years ago at D23 that they just didn't come. Because remember, before the grand opening of Galaxy's Edge, the hype was real for Galaxy's Edge. Like people were excited; it was gonna be huge. And then the opening came, and then the hype was sky high. Everybody said this is awesome, and ever since then, just not so much. It's just been crickets since then. But It's just lower your prices, Disneyland. Just lower your prices. Hopefully, you're listening to this, Bob Iger. And I also heard that they're cutting the employee hours because of this. I'm telling you, just lower your prices. Lower your prices. God. But in other news,